When the Blue Beetle regained consciousness, he managed to sever his bonds with his magic ray machine. Discovering Darrell's daughter beside him in the dark baggage compartment of the plane, he quickly removed her gag and bonds.
Who are you?
I'm Jane Darrell.
Jane Darrell? What are you doing here?
They caught me investigating their hideout, and they're going to liquidate me.
That's what they think.
Who are you?
The Blue Beetle.
The Blue Beetle?
That's right.
Well, then you're to be my leading man.
I don't understand you.
The captain said I was to be the leading lady in a double liquidation.
Oh. Well, there's going to be a liquidation, but you and I won't play the leading parts. At least we won't be the liquidees.
What are you going to do?
The Blue Beetle is going to use his nippers on a certain Captain X-13 and his gang of saboteurs.
I'll help you.
No, you stay here. Maybe some shooting, and I don't want old man Darrell's daughter hurt.
I don't mind shooting, but I'm scared of the dark. Don't leave me here.
You'll do as I say, or I'll have to tie you up again. And I'd hate to do that. I'm going forward now. The Blue Beetle has a little job.
Where's the Captain X-13?
In the control cabin. There's the headquarters ship, down there now.
I ain't never been on it. They say she's one of the fastest things afloat.
Yeah. Well, we'll be aboard her in 10 minutes.
And that'll be the end of the Blue Beetle.
And Darrell's daughter.
Blue Beetle! Let me at him! Hook him on the beam!
Out of the way while I drill him.
You're there for punishment, Butch. Take that. Tackle his legs. All right.
Never hit a man's knee with your jaw slugged. Well, that takes care of you two, and as for you, Rat, or whatever your name is, here's a little jiu-jitsu. Here's a little jiu-jitsu. Here's a little jiu-jitsu. And a little rap on the head with Butch's gun to keep you quiet. What a bunch of sissies. Or else Doc's formula's given me a super wallop.
Mr. Blue Beetle, you will please to drop the gun.
Captain X-13, I presume. Well, go ahead and shoot. Your bullets can't hurt the Blue Beetle.
We shall see.
Oh.
We shall see.
You're satisfied, Captain? Now drop that gun or I'll drill you where you stand. That's more like it. Now get back to those controls and keep this plane in the air.
The automatic pilot is set. It will direct the plane. You and me, we talk business, huh? You are a very brave and clever man. I can make you rich.
Get this straight, you cold-blooded fiend. Nobody can buy the Blue Beetle. Now you get back there
Can
and...
I be of any assistance, Mr. Blue Beetle?
No, Miss Darrell. This is the man's job.
Oh,
On second thought, you can take this gun. Keep this mug covered while I tie him to this seat here.
gladly. Do you mind if I pull the trigger just a little bit?
Oh, no, don't do that. I have the wife and 2 children in Valdonia. They have nobody but me.
No, you can't take it, Captain. You're afraid of a woman with a gun. I ought to let you pull that trigger just a little bit. But we'll have to save that job for Uncle Sam.
You are a very foolish young man. I could make you
Save
rich.
your breath, Captain. Your career as a saboteur and foreign agent is over.
You got him tied tight enough?
Sure. He's a sailor nuts I learned in the Navy. He won't get out of those. I just stick this handkerchief in his mouth to keep him quiet. There.
What about the others?
They'll be out for a long time, but I'll keep my eye on them from time to time.
Look.
Where?
Look down there. That big yacht anchored offshore.
She looks peaceful enough.
Don't forget the double execution planned on board for us.
That's right.
But look, the plane's spiraling down.
The automatic pilot must be directing this plane to that ship. Can you pilot a plane?
Certainly, I've got a pilot's license. My father makes them, and I fly
And
them.
take over the controls. Come on, snap to it before we get too low.
All right. What shall I do?
Zoom her up to 2,000 feet.
Right.
Level her off a bit. Steady now.
How's that?
That's swell.
What are you going to do now?
Put you ashore and turn those spies over to the police, and then come back.
No, you don't. Not without me. I'm in this with you to a finish. My father's honor is at stake.
The Blue Beetle works alone.
Not this time he doesn't.
This is dangerous business.
So what? I love danger.
You could be helpful.
Well, come on, tell me. What's your plan?
Well, now, let me see. They expected the captain to land her down alongside, but when we zoomed up, they got suspicious.
Look what's that group of men on the forward deck doing.
Well, it looks like... Yes, they are.
What?
They're uncovering an anti-aircraft gun. Come on, turn the plane around. We're going ashore.
Look, there's a small boat being launched.
They're probably sending some men ashore. We must prevent that.
How? There's no time to put me ashore now.
That's right. Here's my plan. We'll just have to take a chance. We'll zoom down as if we're going to set her down alongside. That'll quiet their suspicions.
Yes, go on.
Then when we get to level with the deck off to one side, you straighten her out and I'll machine gun the small boat.
But won't some of the others shoot back?
I don't think so. They'll be too surprised.
Well, let's go then.
Hold her steady now.
Okay.
That's it. That's got him. I'll swing across the bow of the yacht. I've got an idea.
What is it?
I'm going to try to disable her.
Here we go again.
Ah, that did it. I raked the pilot house with machine gun bullets. I'll zoom her up.
He's shooting at us.
Yes, that was close. Are you all right?
Sure, are you?
Yes, they can't get me. Zoom her up out of range.
All right. Look, that ship's moving ahead. It's tugging at her anchor chain.
I wonder why they don't weigh anchor.
It's picking up speed.
Yes, she's dragging their anchor.
They're heading right for those rocks offshore.
Something has gone haywire. She's running full speed ahead right toward those rocks.
Well, shall we stick around?
No, we've got to get word to the Coast Guard. We'll head it off up the coast and turn those mugs back there in the cabin over to the police.
Look down below.
Why, that ship is out of control, or else they're going to deliberately wreck her.
And some of the men are jumping overboard.
They'll drown sure as Moses in that treacherous water. Struck those rocks at full speed. There you go, her boilers.
Maybe they had bombs on board.
That's right.
The ship's sinking.
The water's treacherous there. They'll all be drowned.
So that's what's called mass liquidation.
I'll say it is.
Oh, it's horrible.
Yes, but think of those poor devils who are the test pilots. They fly our experimental planes intended for the Army and for the Navy. It's horrible for them when the work of foreign agents causes them to crash.
What about that new Army bomber that makes its trial flight today?
That's right. I've got to get back and warn the authorities. The Blue Beetle still has work to do. Home, Jane, and don't spare the horsepower. What's the matter?
I don't know. He doesn't want to take gas.
The oil indicator is down.
Look below.
Something is hanging.
Maybe it's a feed pipe.
That's right. Here, put on the parachute. I got one on, too.
Well, what are you going to do?
Take out fire insurance. If this plane catches fire, we're going to bail out.
Well, what about the men back there? Captain X-13 and the bunch.
It'll be just too bad for them. They'll crash and they'll burn with the flame.
Wait, I think I can land her in that little lagoon.
Better let me take over.
Yes, I guess you better.
Now, you sit back and relax. Everything is going to be all right.
Skillfully piloted by the Blue Beetle, the disabled plane comes to rest upon the quiet waters of a little lagoon. Tying up the rest of the gangsters, who were by this time regaining consciousness, and leaving Jane Darrell on guard with his automatic, the Blue Beetle went ashore to phone the authorities and then disappear. An hour later, in the apothecary shop of Dr. Franz, he is relating his experiences.
The shopkeeper where I phoned the police was scared out of his wits when I entered the shop in my Blue Beetle costume.
Well, I should think he would be. But what about the girl? You think she'll be safe on board that seaplane alone with those cutthroats?
Oh, yes. They were securely trussed up, and she was armed. Besides, I saw a Coast Guard cutter entering the lagoon as I disappeared into the rushes.
Evidently, when you shot the captain in the pilot house, as he fell, he jammed some signal for full speed ahead, which the engineers got. And before anyone could do anything, the ship piled up on the rocks.
Well, that may be for me. I left word at headquarters they could reach me here.
Hello? Oh? Oh, yes. Yes, he's here. Just a minute. It's for you, Danny.
Thanks, Doc. Hello? Yes. Banker Ridley. The city hospital. An operation. The stock market crashes if he dies. Yes, I've got that. A suspected plot. Yes, I'll be right over. Goodbye. I've been assigned to guard duty over Banker Ridley at the city hospital. Mannigan and I. There's a plot afoot to do away with Ridley while he's on the operating table. Some racketeers want to clean up in the stock market, and his death will make that possible.
Well, go ahead, Danny. Go ahead. But be careful, boy.
Don't worry, Doc. As the Blue Beetle, I have a feeling I'm invulnerable. So long, Doc.
What will happen to Dan Garrett, the Blue Beetle, on this new case? Will he be in time to save Ridley's life? Can he prevent the stock market crash? Will he be able to run down the criminals? Those are all questions that will be answered in the next episode of The Blue Beetle. The Blue Beetle is a copyrighted Fox feature appearing in Mystery Men Comics magazine on sale at your newsstand. The Blue Beetle is on the air twice a week on this same station. Consult the broadcast schedule in your local newspapers. And don't forget to listen in.